The new Apollo program simultaneously addresses climate stability, national security, and economic prosperity. This program is a comprehensive plan to create jobs and drastically reduce energy bills and rebuild the American economy. It invests in advanced manufacturing.
We're talking about jobs building wind turbines and solar panels.
Next generation vehicles.
Jobs developing next generation solutions for next generation cars.
Energy efficiency.
So that's why we took significant steps in the Recovery Act to invest in energy efficiency measures.
Conservation.
And today, Californians consume 40% less energy per person than the national average, which over time has prevented the need to build at least 24 new power plants.
Clean fuels.
With more research and incentives, we can break our dependence on oil with biofuels.
Rapid transit, smart growth, and millions of American jobs.
The Recovery Act included the most serious investment in our infrastructure since President Eisenhower built the interstate highway system in the 1950s. And we're not just talking new and restored roads and bridges and dams and levees, but we're also talking a smart electric grid and the high-speed internet and rail lines required for America to compete in the 21st century economy. And by making these investments across the country, we won't just make our economy run better over the long haul, we will create good middle-class jobs right now.
The new Apollo program is proposing a $50 billion investment per year, a $500 billion over 10-year investment strategy that's going to create 5 million new jobs.
And that's why, as president, I will invest $150 billion over 10 years in establishing a green energy sector that will create up to 5 million new jobs.
We want to rebuild America clean and green.
Now, we know this won't be easy, but this is a moment where we've been called upon to cast off the old ways of doing business and to act boldly to reclaim America's future. Nowhere is this more important than in building a new clean energy economy.
And we want to promote Made in America. We need to keep those jobs here in this country.
And we'll take an important step toward meeting the goal I've set of doubling the amount of renewable power we use in the next 3 years with wind turbines and solar panels built right here in the U.S. of A.
Yeah, riff a little bit about the Apollo.
Yeah, no, Apollo is an organization that actually just merged with the Blue-Green Alliance, so it's not its own organization anymore. But what Apollo was when we started was an organization that for the first time brought labor, business, environment, and community groups together around a shared vision of how clean energy could create good jobs. So we were really focused on clean energy as an economic development tool, and in particular on the sort of the good green jobs side of it. Right. We started in 2003, and Apollo was really kind of in the vanguard of the green jobs movement. Van Jones was on our board, a number of the other folks, Carl Pope, Leo Gerard, who then spun off to create the Blue-Green Alliance.
For those of you who may not be aware, the Blue-Green Alliance is a national alliance of 10 national labor organizations and 4 environmental groups, and we are partnering with many more people. In my capacity as the national co-chair of the Jobs 21 campaign, we have put together a plan. The President is a part of this. We have put together a plan. The President is a part of this.
We can't drive our SUVs and, eat as much as we want and keep our homes on, 72 degrees at all times, and whether we're living in a desert or we're living in the tundra.
Hi, I'm Laura Ingram reporting tonight for Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us. Barack Obama wants you to give up your SUV. That's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Campaigning in Oregon over the weekend, Senator Obama promised to lead the world on global warming. But actually, Obama's definition of leadership requires surrendering our sovereignty and selling out American liberties. I hope that more Americans are beginning to see past hope and change, and yes, we can, to this reality. For liberals like Obama, climate change represents their chance to effectively outlaw the American way of life. That's right. Something that they have wanted to do for decades. Remember Jimmy Carter's gas rationing? And in 1977, remember when he appeared on television in a sweater and then asked us all to turn down our thermostats? Let's face it, liberals don't much like it that more middle-class Americans are living in bigger houses, or that they drive big cars, or that they eat stuff that isn't found at Whole Foods. And remember, they don't like all that clinging to guns and faith either. It's imperative that conservatives vigorously and consistently point out that climate change policies are merely a part of a larger effort to subjugate the American people and force them to live under rules and norms that are decided overseas.